Hello and welcome to LimeWedgeLoej Divisional Round NFL Playoff Picks. I know I said I was going to do something different this week, and it is a little bit different. It wasn't as fancy as I was planning on it because I had a busy week this week, so I'm just getting out the video right beforehand. This way, just so I can say, look, I made the pick right, or I made the pick wrong, and it's not afterwards of people like, you just said that because you knew who wins. So yeah, the first game starts in about 2 hours and 20 minutes from this time of recording. It is the Chiefs at the Patriots. The Patriots are completely just beat up left and right, and the Chiefs are hot. So in this game, I'm going to have to give the edge to the Kansas City Chiefs simply because they are playing better football right now, and just they've only lost one more game than the Patriots. And you remember when the last time the Patriots lost? Very recently. The Chiefs haven't lost in months. And why would they start now? I mean, you could make the argument Tom Brady is there, it's Bill Belichick, but I like playing the hot hand. You gotta play the hot hand with this. Then the afternoon game is the Packers at the Cardinals. Just a couple weeks ago, the Cardinals absolutely just stomped the Packers. I know that we can't use that all as, a reason why, because a few weeks ago, this Seattle Seahawks absolutely just stomped the Vikings, and then the Vikings were able to hold the Seahawks to one possession recently. So you can throw all that out the window at this point, except the same reasons why they won are still in place. It's not going to be the blowout that it was before, but I still see the Cardinals taking this game. So right there is both two seeds advancing to the championship game. And then the Seahawks at the Panthers. If the Seahawks can only muster up like 10 points like they did last week against the Vikings, there is no way that they're going to be able to hold Carolina's offense to under 10 points. Carolina's offense is miles ahead of Minnesota's offense. They've got Cam Newton, who by himself can probably get more than 10 points if you just put him out there with the offensive line and no wide receivers or anything. So I don't see Seattle being able to just go out there and throw up a flurry of points. I think Carolina's offense is going to be able to score more points on Seattle's defense than Seattle's offense is on Carolina's defense. So Carolina advances, and then the Steelers at the Broncos. I'm going to just throw this out there because I didn't ever make a video like I wanted to about the Steelers and Bengals game. I'm going to take a moment right here to do that. It was a disgrace. It was an absolute disgrace to the entire game of football. Just two teams going out there and acting in that manner is a travesty. It is nothing but degrading to the sport to see players and coaches act like that. I would say both teams just need to be banned from the postseason next year just for acting that way on football's biggest stages in the playoffs. You can't act that way. It's completely unacceptable. I would almost say just absolutely fire everyone who did that and ban them for like 8 games next season. Because you have got to take a stand against players and coaches acting like that. It's completely classless. With that in mind, the Steelers are a pretty good team, but they're also beaten up. Peyton Manning has at least one really good game left in him. He was completely rested. I see Denver taking this, and for the first time in a long time, the top two seeds from both divisions go to their championship games. That sets up the Arizona Cardinals going to the Carolina Panthers. Actually, no, I'm wrong. I had the Chiefs beating the Patriots, so it's not the top two seeds. It's actually a 5 seed and a 1 seed, and then a 2 seed and 1 seed. So it's Kansas City at Denver and Arizona at Carolina. I like Kansas City over the Broncos. Peyton Manning can, if he comes out and plays absolutely like Peyton Manning, I give the Broncos a slight edge. But the way the Chiefs' defense can play, I think the Chiefs can just shut down Peyton Manning. They will pressure him. They will expose the offensive line. And Peyton Manning will look and feel old with all the pressure that the Chiefs get. And so that's the Chiefs, the 5 seed from the AFC to the Super Bowl. And then the Cardinal, no, yeah, the Cardinals at the Panthers. I like the Panthers. The Cardinals can win this game. Don't get me wrong; they have every opportunity to win this game. But down at the end, Carolina is able to drive down the field with the score tied, and Cam Newton shows why he is the MVP, why he's the most valuable Panthers player, and sends the Panthers to the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. At this point, it's one team that has lost once this season, and one team that hasn't lost in months. So it's a coin flip. I'm going to give the slight edge to Carolina because I believe overall they are slightly better than Kansas City. But once you get to the Super Bowl, either team can win. It's a complete and utter toss-up. Sure, you have a few mismatches where, like, a couple years ago, the Seahawks were able to just absolutely drub the Broncos. But none of the combinations of teams do I see right now the matchup that I would see a Super Bowl ending that way. But right now, Carolina is my pick to win the Super Bowl. Will things turn out this way? Probably not, because the NFL is hardly ever that simple. As you saw last week, nothing was simple. Minnesota should be playing right today instead of Seattle. And then the Bengals should really be playing today instead of the Steelers. But some teams just can't do it. That's why you get paid the big bucks if you can win in the playoffs. Getting to the playoffs will usually keep your job. Succeeding in the playoffs is where you get your big payday. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed my picks.
My bet's on the Kentucky Wizards.
My friend Jeffrey said that his bet is on the Kentucky Wizards.
Go Cincinnati Raindrops.
The Cincinnati Raindrops. Okay, he's got the Kentucky Wizards and the Cincinnati Raindrops in his Super Bowl. So okay. I'm going to go and I'm going to give Jeffrey his medication and give him a nice nap. And I hope you enjoy this weekend's playoffs. I am the Great and Mighty LimeWedgeLoej. I thank you for watching.